So she's self-coached and
Wow. That's incredible.
has a
I didn't know that.
has a team of pacers. So like in training, like just runs with like a group. But ultimately, if you're the best in the world, we're going to be the one. You've got that set up, sponsor, sorted out. But post-race reaction, when someone runs a mental time, us at Trackster, we're rubbing our hands. We're like, this post is going to bang.
It's going to be
It's
great.
going to blow up.
Some traction here.
It's amazing. Yes, get in, Ruth. Like, we're buzzing. So we posted it, and yeah, it was like just like a grenade.
Yeah.
Like the whole. I mean, I think I don't know how many likes that post got, but the last time I checked, it was over 30,000, and I ain't checked for about 2 weeks or about 10 days.
Yeah.
We had over 2,000 people share it. Like that, and this was like 10 days ago, so I don't know what it's on now. Comments were just through the roof, and like I'm going through the comments, and I'm like, that's ridiculous what you've just said, and it's just like we have some mental people comment on our stuff sometimes, and a lot of the time, like as a running fan, I love to reply to them all, but we're like, no, just don't reply to any of that. Obviously, there was a lot of post-race heat when a journalist from Let's Run asked her about her performance, and basically, I don't want to quote the journalist word for word, but he asked the athlete how she feels about people accusing her of potentially doping.
Yes.
And again, we need to probably reference the exact question. I think it was Jonathan. No, I can't remember. I don't know. It's geezer from Let's Run. Don't know. Anyway, my opinion, fair question. Fair question from a journalist.
Absolutely.
Because his actual question was asking how she felt about other people talking about it. He wasn't asking her, are you doping?
Yeah.
But that word doping and that sense of that topic, the whole of Athletics Kenya blew up.
Yeah.
They're in like Kenyan Parliament talking about Let's Run and saying like, you need to apologise.
Yeah.
And like it was very quickly after the race, the heat was insane.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we've ever seen to that
Not
level
to that
before.
level. Yeah.
Obviously, there were a lot of people that were straight away saying that this is down to doping. This massive problem in Kenya at the moment with the accusations flying around, but also the number of banned athletes. Also consider the fact that there's a lot of smoke and mirrors and potential. There's a lot of accusations that surround her agent in Rosa. Never been found guilty for anything, but has had various investigations, and I don't know the exact number of athletes under his agency that have been found guilty for doping, but there's a lot. So all of that into a cauldron and put a big old spoon in it, you can.
Yeah.
The heat was massive. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I think that it always makes me a little bit sad that the sport is in a place where everybody's instinctive reaction is skepticism.
You don't get that in many other sports.
No.
Well, it's always endurance sports, of course, because it's a test of endurance.
Yeah.
But if Lionel Messi scores 6 goals
no one bat an
and
eye.
dribbles and goes through the whole team, no one says he's doping to do that.
It's
he's an incredible talent.
It's just the go. Oh, it's amazing.
He's a maverick.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Best of all time. Athletic scene, and there are other sports as well, but straight away it is met with
sad, isn't it?
Yeah, with just a bit of a few raised eyebrows. And I think that it is sad. It does make me sad because our sport is one that is incredible because it is the bread and butter of human physical movement, essentially. We have been running since the dawn of time. Like, for whatever reason it is, if you want to go catch your food or you're running away from a bear.
True, right.
Like, we have been running forever. And I think it's incredible that we can see how far we can push that. It does make me sad that we are skeptics now, but I think history has taught us that we have to be. And I think that, people are going to become more and more skeptical. Is this truly authentic? Because fewer and fewer things in our lives, whether it is in sport or in anything else, is authentic. Even social media, it's not authentic anymore. Like, people will post, I mean, they're coming maybe full circle where people are more aware that they need to post the good, the bad, and the ugly. But on your personal social media account, you share what you want people to see.
You do. And also it's massively dictated by the mood you're in and what you're going through yourself.
Exactly.
You can hide away from anything, can't you?
Yeah, you can just turn your phone off. People don't need to see it if things are going badly. And some people will say, well, that's really good because you're dealing with your stuff or whatever. and you're taking yourself away and looking after yourself. And then you've got people that are in a position of power that if they do that and they're not showing that bad side, where you've got your influencers that are not showing that kind of vulnerability, that people think it never happens to them.
Yeah.
And that's just not true. And I think that authenticity, or the lack of authenticity, is everywhere we look. And I think it is breaching into sport as well. And that is why we're so sceptical. And I mean, yeah, history has taught us to be. We look at, I mean, you mentioned like some of Kenya's doping habits. And I had a bit of a dive into WADA's investigations into Kenya and the records of athletes that have been found to be doping from them. And I think it was 138 athletes were found to be doping between 2004 and 2018. 95% of them, so 131 of them, were endurance runners
From Kenya?
from Kenya.
I would say that I'm not surprised by that statistic.
I'm not surprised either, but it is an awful lot of athletes. And I think that is why people start to get worried. And I think a lot of people won't necessarily know those statistics.
No.
I was having a great little nerd dive. It was brilliant. But I think
Crying by the end of it.
yeah. Oh, what's going on? Actually, existential crisis by the end. But no, it was like, I look at it and I think, like, that doesn't surprise me because you see it coming on. Obviously, endurance running is one of Kenya's strongest sports. It's not shocking that that's where the money is for them.
Yeah, rightly so. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it's life-changing for a lot of those runners.
Exactly. But I think the fact that I wasn't shocked by those numbers, by the fact there was over 130 of them,
Yeah.
I think that tells you a lot about where the sport is at in the minute. And I have not got a crystal ball. I would love to know what the inner goings on in that world record are. I'd love to know the mechanics more from an athletics fan's perspective. I love to see what athletes are doing, what they're putting in. I think that is fascinating. But I would love to know what has gone on behind the scenes there. And I think that it's not necessarily from a skeptical point of view, from just out of curiosity, but people will want to know to put that to bed. And I think, firstly, it's flattering to Ruth Kepnietich that she is under such a microscope because she has done something incredible. And if she hadn't done something incredible, people wouldn't care.